Headed for north central PA today. I'm going to meet with a landowner that is adjacent to a 100-acre landowner. This guy has 50. They're cousins, so they get along good. And we're going to combine their two properties to create a decent timber harvest. We're going to do a regeneration harvest on the place and get the logger to put in a couple of food plots for them. So we're going to have a half-acre landing food plot and a 2-acre full-size food plot. So we're going to go lay that out, meet with the logger, make sure we're all on the same page, and then we'll get a contract. This area is known for really wide bucks, and I hope to get these guys into some trophies over the next couple of decades. You know, they're young guys, so they have a lot of hunting ahead of them. Make it really good. Alright, check it out and I'll take you along in the woods a little bit. The way we're laying this out is that up here where the trees are pretty sparse anyway, I'm going to clear that for a plot. And then down below us there's a steep hill with a bunch of thick hemlock. Starts right here. And I'm assuming that's going to be a good bedding area. Deer will come from there up to get at the food, and you can set up on the downwind side of this thing and pick off deer when they come out. We're right kind of in the middle of the property on top of the ridge, and this is the best place to put it, so we're going to make it pretty good size. 2 acres, 2.5 acres up here. Whenever you lay out a food plot, tie your flag so that the knot is on the inside. So when the guy cutting, he knows the inside from the outside. Got future generations coming. Just picked a tick off him if he didn't learn his lesson. I got landowner going out ahead following the onyx map around what we have laid out. Deer are eating the multiflora rose, and I would say if they're eating that, we need to get them some better chow. So that's the goal here. Get them something good to eat back up in there, and they won't have to eat sticker bushes. There's some nice pokeweed. Doesn't look like they've been eating on that. Yeah, there's one. Chewed that one off. Nice oaks down trying to regenerate. Reaching for the sun will help it out a little bit. Yeah, so we'll tie in with the road right there, and then take all our debris, push it up against the road, and that'll be our blocking action. So the deer have to come from, a lot of deer are going to come up this way to get in here, and they'll come from the other side as well, down over that hill. And we don't want them to come in anywhere along there because the wind is blowing that way. So we want them to come around it. So right over there would be a great spot for a stand if the wind is coming from my back out over that road. We're at the top of the ridge here, so hopefully the scent will blow out over. I think the dog has a fawn over there. Are you picking up nuts?
Hickory nuts.
Yeah. And I got
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
some orchids.
What do you got in there? Hickory nuts? Are you going to plant them? Make hickory trees? Hey, you know what? Look at the blueberries.
I saw blueberry bush.
Look, there's a blue one. You want to eat it?
Yeah.
Get it.
No,
That's a lot better than those graham crackers. Okay, what we're doing here, this is the top of the ridge, and this is the food plot basic layout. Okay, this is all going to be sanctuary all the way around this food plot. You can see that there's a power line that will also get planted, and there's a right-of-way down here. There's a gas line right-of-way that will also get planted. That's going to be in the future. For right now, when they go to log it, they're going to clear this. So these brown lines are the debris fields. So we're going to push all our stumps and tops down along here. The prevailing wind is west, and it varies just a little bit, northwest to southwest, but it's generally west. And this is steeper than it looks. So if you're set up right here, your wind is almost always going to be blowing out over the valley in a way. Landowner says that bucks commonly bed down in here. This is the thick hemlock that I talked about in the video. There's a lot of thick hemlock down here, also very steep, and the deer are going to come up out of there. They're already bedded in there. So most of the time, I think the deer are going to be coming from this direction, and this direction. So what I want to do is have debris piled here and piled here. That way a guy can sneak in. These are woods roads. A guy can sneak in here, get into a stand, be able to have a bow shot anywhere in this opening. And a deer is going to have to come crosswind or upwind to get to the food. So deer are going to be coming up here, going around these ends and getting within bow range. And then you can climb down out of your stand and sneak out of there. There's going to be, these stands are located where there's some hemlock and thick brush that you can sneak through, get into a stand without being seen, and get out without being seen. This is going to be a kind of a hot spot, I think, because a smart buck that wants to get to this field, he's not going to want to go straight downwind, but he will go crosswind and stay on this high ridge. So lots of buck traffic working this ridge during the rut, and I imagine a lot of deer are going to be checking this field out, and this is going to be a hot spot right here. I think this spot is going to be more of a rifle stand, because you can shoot the whole thing then. So as we're walking through the woods, we're walking along this line and all the way around. And this is where little Wyatt was picking the berries and picking up hickory nuts. And then we go right out along the road and then cut it off. So these woods roads are going to give us good access to stands without disturbing any of the bedding areas.